Hey, what is going on? This is Jason with Jadren Aquatics. Thanks for hanging out with me in the new fish room again. I know the first thing you guys are thinking is, Jason, where in the world is your hat? Who is this imposter on my video? Well, it's me. Let me kind of give you the whole story if you didn't see the post that I made yesterday. So, first of all, I just got a ton of fish in 3 days ago on Wednesday, okay? So most of the tanks didn't hardly have anything in them until I put those in there, and I filled up a bunch of tanks. And then on Friday morning when I come into work, I come in and the power's off, and I'm thinking, oh great, the power's off. But that happens quite a bit up here at work, so I wasn't terribly surprised. But I noticed some weird things, so I went next door and I asked them, and they said, oh no, everybody's power's not off, it's just ours. They had all kind of electrical problems. They had like $100,000 worth of repairs they had to do to their electrical system. So the Encore, who is the main service providers, came out and actually disconnected them from the transformer. Well, the problem is I'm also on that transformer and they didn't realize it. So it shut me down. So for an entire day, I couldn't even do business. I print funeral programs on Friday all the time. I couldn't print any of them because they couldn't turn me back on. They were so far into what they were doing, there's no way they could stop. And so I said, well, how long will it be? And they said, oh, it should be back on Sunday. And I'm like, 3 days, I gotta go? Oh my gosh. So they had one of the main guys come out, and I talked to them, and they said they would rush it through and they would get us back on by Saturday night. Well, here it is. It's Saturday night and the lights are finally back on. It's almost 7 o'clock. So I had to come out here and set up my generator. I've had a generator for about 3 years, but I've never had to use it. I've lent it out to someone else to use it, but I've never had to use it. But I knew up here I would probably end up having to use it. So I did have to use it, and so I was really upset to have to go through all that, but in hindsight now, I'm really glad that I did, because it enabled me to learn a lot of things so that when this does happen in a more an emergency situation, I know exactly what to do. I know when I fill it up with gas, I know it'll run for 10 hours without any problem, and that's running my 1500 watt heater and running my 45 watt pump, and that's it. And so that's made a world of difference. So now I know anything happens, I know exactly what to do. I know where to put the generator outside. I know how to chain it up so someone doesn't steal it. So I'm up here at work tonight on a Saturday, which I never work on Saturdays. And so I don't have my hat, I don't have my shirt. I'm probably dirty, my hair's probably a mess. I don't care, because I had to bring you guys some of the new fish that I got in. So first of all, we're not going to talk about the fish that I got from the Tropical Warehouse, the wholesaler. Those guys I'll show you a little bit later. Whenever I get fishing from them, since that stuff is actually imported into them, I'm going to hold that stuff for at least 2 weeks and quarantine them and watch them, and if they need any kind of medication, I can give them some medication. But I don't want to ever sell you guys any fish that are not well, so I want to make sure those guys are okay. But the new guppies that I got in from Sam. And Sam, you guys have probably seen the video that I showed before, just has an immaculate fish room. His guppies are just top notch. So again, none of these guppies that I'm selling right now, none of them are import. Every single one of them has been bred in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in local water and are extremely, extremely healthy. So these guys are actually all up on the website for sale right now. I'll probably show you some of the other ones that I have. You guys have probably seen them before, but there's something about a new tank. You know, this new tank, it's got no algae, we've got no funk on the bottom, we've got no nasty food creeping over the top and water spots and everything else that goes with it. It's just beautiful to look into these tanks and just see the fish so pretty, so pretty. All right, so let's go around and let's take a look at the new fish. Okay, so the first one that we're gonna start with, these are actually my favorites that I got. Let me make sure I get the name right here. These are Yellow Tiger King Cobras. And as you can see on this male right here, they have this awesome tiger pattern. I haven't seen hardly any of these before, so I'm really excited to have these things because these guys are just Really cool looking. And then if you look on the females kind of have a cool dot pattern on them, and kind of have that blue top fin. So they're not just that normal boring female guppy that you typically see. They've kind of got some cool color to them too. But again, that male is just, to me, is just absolutely striking with those cool markings. All right, so let's move over here to the next one. All right, this one, these are the Dumbo Ear Red Tail Guppies. These guys have some of the biggest Dumbo ears I have ever seen on a guppy before. I mean, these things are massive, and they're just a beautiful red tail that they have on them. The females, pretty much, they're kind of drab a little bit, but they do have kind of a light colored red tail. But again, these males are just gorgeous. And as you can see, these females are huge. They are ready to burst. So there's probably a pretty good chance whenever you buy these, they might show up in the bag with actually some babies in them. Or if not, it's not going to be very long before you have your own whole flock of these guys. If you guys are enjoying this video, would you take just a quick second and click the like button? That way YouTube will share this video with other people. And for the 62.4% of you that are watching this video that are not subscribed to my channel, would love for you guys to become a part of my community and just click that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. All right, next one that we have here, these are the Dumbo Mosaics. Maybe they're called Dumbo Red Mosaics. I can't remember, but whatever. These guys have that cool mosaic pattern, and if you'll see, the females are really striking on these also. The females have that blue mosaic pattern on them. To the point when he was showing me these, I thought that the females were the males, because that blue pattern on them was just absolutely beautiful. Again, these are just some really good looking fish, and like I told you before, the guy that I get them from, Sam, he just does an amazing job growing these fish out. All right, the final new fish that we got here, these, oh no, not the final, because we actually have a Plecostomus too that I almost forgot about. These are the half black blues. You can see these guys have just a gorgeous tail on them. They're just a real deep blue. And you can see the females also. The females have just a beautiful half black body also. Again, another just great looking fish. All right, and as we move to this tank, the guppies aren't what we're showing you here, but you can see those. These are the Albino Coys. These guys are obviously some of my favorites. But what else is in here is we've got some super red bristlenose. These were bred here locally. You have probably seen them before. It's a Wichita Falls fish keeper. One of my friends that only lives about 45 minutes from me, he bred these guys and decided that he was going to sell these to me. These are just some great looking, super healthy, great looking red bristlenose fish. Really excited about these guys. All right, let's kind of quickly go through some of the other ones. These are the red lace. These are the Albino Turquoise. Gorgeous fish. These are the 24 karat golds. These are the ones, if you look down from the top down, they literally look metallic. It looks like they have metallic gold, like literally painted on the top of their heads. It's hard for the camera to pick it up, but it's just a really cool metallic color. All right, the next one, these are the half black roses. These tanks are a little bit cloudy because these are ones I literally just, not just set up, but just got the sponge filter in on them. These are the full red albinos. These are the super dragons, the Dumbo Ear super dragons. And then here, these are, I think, are actually out of stock on the site because I only have, I think, one pair left, and obviously you can't see them that great. These are the Japanese blues. And then of course I'll kind of give you, we'll talk about these more later, but these are other fish that I have. I'll have another video. That's kind of why we're moving a little bit through these. I got a few new plants, so I'm starting to try to get some other plants also. All right, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you love seeing these new guppies. Absolutely, I'm just so excited to be able to have someone local to buy these fish from. It's just so difficult to get good high-end guppies like this. You almost always end up getting the imports, and you almost end up always losing some when you do it. But these guys are just super helpful. You guys got any questions or comments? Be sure and leave them down below. So thanks again, guys, and God bless.